Good evening to DeFiChain News on 6th of April 2022, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on the DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. So today is a little bit special. Lord Mark started his well-deserved vacation and is not allowed to enjoy here. So Mark, have fun, enjoy your vacation, well deserved. And with this I will start into the headlines of today's show. So what we have today is we talk a little bit about the new dToken pools on DeFiChain. We have an update of the desktop wallet and the Lightwallet, some dates about the upcoming Hardfork. We have a small change on the ranking websites, and the regular point, our community projects are also heavily working on their side and have provided some updates. At the end, we have the future dates and the next show. So let's start into the headline of today. New dToken pools on DeFiChain. So on Thursday we launched 4 new tickers on DeFiChain, and this time not every pool started smoothly, especially the Disney pool. So here we saw a big swap at a very early stage where the liquidity was very low, just around $100 or something like that, and someone did a composited swap from dTesla to dDisney worth about $4,500. And this big swap moved the pool totally out of the balance, and it looked like that someone other then removed a part of the liquidity and the pool got stuck. So nothing could be done. Every swap was cancelled, not available because of the very low liquidity. There's a kind of safety feature in the blockchain code. If the liquidity is too low, the swap is not allowed because it can lead to errors due to rounding effects. And in this stage we landed with the Disney pool, and then what should we do? Nothing able, no chance to move the pool in the right way back to the price of dDisney. So the tech team with Yuzen worked nearly the whole night to get back to the right balance. And what they did is they used the command line. In the command line, or with the command line, you can add liquidity, not in a perfect ratio of the 50-50. So the both pairs with the pool ratio, the current pool ratio, you can be a little bit out of balance. There is a deviation of 3% allowed. So what they did, they added liquidity with a little bit more dDisney than dUSD. So 3% more dDisney. And then they removed the liquidity again in the perfect ratio of 50-50. And this procedure has to be repeated, or had to be repeated several times to move the pool ratio back to the right price. So they started to do it manually, command line, add liquidity, wait for the block, remove liquidity, wait for the block, several hours. And in the later stage they had a script doing it, and it took the complete day and night. So Friday morning Europe time, the pool was back in balance, and then also the swap was activated again. If we have a look on this swap, it also looked like that the user have not used the Lightwallet. So if you use the Lightwallet, there is this slippage parameter, and if you have this slippage defined as a value, there is a parameter on the blockchain code side which is called max price, and if this set and you move with the pool outside this max price, the swap will not be finished on the blockchain code side. So in this case, this max price parameter was not set. It was nearly infinite, very, very high. And this lead to the high swap. So from the code side, it is allowed to do a very big swap. Kügi also raised a bug issue on GitHub because maybe the problem was, okay, the big swap is allowed, but is not allowed to move in a state where we cannot get back. Maybe we will see here a code change in future that it will not happen again. We have to look on. There are also several other ideas, maybe to disable the swap at the very beginning to start with a bigger amount. If someone here is interested and wants to provide ideas, I would recommend to start a Reddit post describing the idea, and we as a community can start a discussion there. So dDIS was back on Friday, then everything worked as intended, and on Monday morning the new reward allocation was starting or was set. Very unspectacular. It was set several hours later. The pools were balanced again, so the very high RPR rate, maybe of several 100%, went down to the normal ratio, and now every pool is in the same range, about 100% RPR rate. So back to normal, dTokens can be handled. Then we come to the next topic of today, desktop wallet update to version 2.10.0. That's a mandatory update because in the background the node, that's a full node wallet, was updated to the version needed for the next hard fork coming on the 11th of April. I have later this topic. There were also some smaller bug fixes. The app crashed on Mac OS. There was a limitation of maximum 7 liquidity mining pools. Some issues regarding displaying the different pool pairs. So this was also fixed. I will post the links later in the show description. So if you are interested, you can read the release notes of this update. And I also provide the download link on the official DeFiChain website. That's the full node desktop wallet. We also saw a Lightwallet update today with some nice new features. I think the biggest change and most expected one is a kind of address book. So if you have an address which you are using more often, you can now save this address locally on your smartphone. You can give a label to the address, and then it's not needed to put in every time the address on its own, so you can select it from the address book. They also prepared the Lightwallet to handle the 50% DUSD as DFI after the hard fork, so it's not enabled today, but after the hard fork you can add more DUSD than 50%, and it will work like mentioned in the DFIP from the last voting round. A smaller change on the DEX display. Here also the total liquidity tokens are displayed. Also the payback loan was a little bit redesigned if you have used it. So it's in the vault and loan section. And also some additional information was added to the total portfolio value. Here we saw several changes in the past, and now they add a third figure, which is the loan amount. So now you see your liquidity token on the top, followed by the collateral token, and then as a small minus you see your loan value. So you sum up the first two values minus the third one will give you the total value of your portfolio. Very nice. I think here we go into the right direction. That's regarding the Lightwallet from the developers. There are questions in the community regarding this future smart contracts coming with the hard fork. Here I have no updates or information regarding supporting on the Lightwallet. Maybe next week we have more information. And then we are directly in the next topic, upcoming hard fork, Fort Canning Road. The block is set to 1,786,000. It will be on Monday, 11th of April. There is a countdown. I will also put the link in the show notes if who is interested in how long it will take. And with this Hardfork, the main features will be this DUSD handling as the 50% of DFI in the collateral part, and the smart contracts or future smart contracts are enabled, so you can swap dTokens to DUSD or in the other way with a premium or a discount on a specific block with the Oracle price. So this will bring our dToken premium currently here down to a range of plus minus 5%, so a discount to premium. And they also defined a first block when this will happen. It is 1,794,240, a strange number you will recognize. It is on the 14th of April, and this is the first number which is dividable by 7 times 2088, which is this approximately 1 week. So here we see the first settlement of the futures. It's 3 days after the hard fork, and at this time we expect to be dToken premium below 5%. Will be interesting what is happening here. Will be interesting who is using it. Current or only opportunity currently is using the command line. We have some guys in the community which are very familiar with it, and they will create bots using it. So I don't know if you will be able to have a profit in a manual way if all the bots are live. There was another DFIP regarding Ethereum as a collateral of our walls. This will also introduced in the hard fork, to my understanding. So a lot of things are happening on the wallet side and also on the blockchain side. I'm looking forward, and in the next show we will discuss what really happened. Then we come to the next point of today, a smaller update on the ranking side. We mentioned it last week that CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap is working on the listing of DeFiChain, so it's getting better and better. And here CoinMarketCap also updated some figures of DeFiChain. The market cap is now correct, shown on the page. They also have corrections on the circulating and the total supply. Unfortunately, the ranking is not correct, so we are still listed in the 200x range. But for me personally, it's just a matter of time. Then this figure will be also corrected, and we are correctly listed in the top 100 crypto projects. So everyone active on Twitter telling about DeFiChain and complaining that CoinMarketCap is the only one not correct listed DeFiChain. Keep on the work. I think it helps. They are working in the background, and we will tell about the change if it happens in the future. So that's the official part, or more or less official part of today's news show. Then we come to our regular pointer community projects, and they also work continuously to improve their projects and give value to the community. DeFiChain Income, most of you know this project, worked on the feature side and also on the UI side. So the commission computation was a little bit adapted. Now the 24-hour volume is used to calculate the commission side. There's a new bar chart in the holding section. I also had a look yesterday. Very nice, Igor, well done. You see the absolute value of your holding, and down the description you see the relative part. So you see both the absolute and the relative value in one diagram, and this should help you to simpler see your crypto balance and your distribution. Also a suggestion from the community was the DEX table to make some adaptations, and Igor directly developed it. So on the one side, the columns of the DEX price, Oracle price, and the premium is now splitted into different columns, so you better see what's happening here. On the other side, the columns of the RPR rate, the volume, the premium, and the total value locked is now sortable. That was a wish of a few community members to see, okay, which pool has the highest RPR rate, which pool has the highest trading volume. So this now is available on DeFiChain Income. Have a look on the DEX section, and then you can sort the figure you want. Next project is the Accelerator team, so they are also continuously working on our mission Apollo. Now they have some figures from the last two Brave campaigns. They were on the 19th of March and the 21st. So in the first campaign we have 28 million views of our nice wallpapers on Brave. In the second one was even more, 41 million views. If we have on the click numbers, they are more or less the same. 598,000 clicks on the first campaign, 580,000 on the second. And now you can calculate a figure which is called click-through rate. So it's the ratio between click and view. First campaign was 2.1% and the second one was 1.39%. And now the question is, okay, it's nice that people are clicking on Jenny and having a look on our landing page. How many people are now entered the DeFiChain ecosystem? They also had a look on the app download number of the Lightwallet. So here they saw 150 to 250 downloads per day without a Brave campaign, and with the Brave campaign the number was a little bit higher. So in the first Brave campaign we saw 700 downloads, and in the second one 450 downloads of the Lightwallet. They also released, or there were 3 YouTubers which released a video about DeFiChain in the last week. It was Michael Rubel, 312,000 subscribers. The Calculator guy, 60,500 subscribers. And a Greek guy, Giannis Andreou, with 35,000 subscribers. So here they are also working with more and more YouTubers showing what's happening or what is DeFiChain about. Really great. I think that's needed. If you search for DeFiChain, that you find more than one source about it. They also made a Twitter space on the weekend. If you have missed it, you can hear the recording on Twitter. I will also put the link later on in the descriptions. And now they are working on articles about the new dToken listings happened last week, and about the upcoming forthcoming road update on the blockchain side. So here I think also more attention on DeFiChain. And a small teaser about what's coming a little bit later this year. There is a bigger event called Messari Mainnet 2022. I googled for it, so it's in September if I'm right. And here DeFiChain will be a platinum sponsor. That's all for now, as the more information will be provided later, but I think this will also get some attention to DeFiChain if the crypto community comes to this event and then see, well, sponsor DeFiChain with the nice jelly, who is this or what is this about? Next community project, DeFiChain NFTs. They want, or she want to start a new NFT collection. A very special one, so one NFT for each community project. If you want to participate as a community project owner, you can provide your logo to the guy, and then an NFT is created out of it. And the idea is, as you as a holder later on will get some nice benefits. If you have ideas here, you can also contact him or her. It's in a very early stage. The idea was initiated by the Twitter account Mr. Swayze. So it's now more or less the idea, and they start with the NFT and what's behind holding the NFT. I like the idea to have not only this picture, also combined with something is a great idea. I will also put the email address in the description, DeFiChain@gmx.de. If you want to participate, contact the account also on Twitter. I think it's possible. The last topic on the community project side, shortly before the news show started, a new Reddit post created by Fabio. Why DeFiChain is built differently. I just have a rough look on it. I saw a nice screenshot, very familiar. I think it was from the CoinGecko report. I will read it. I think you should also do it. Fabio always creates great posts on Reddit. And the title is Why DeFiChain is Built Differently. So I'm looking forward in reading it. I will also put the link later in the descriptions. That's all from the community project side. Future dates. The first point is not the future, it's a little bit in the past. Today there was a Twitter space with Yusin and the tech team about DeFi meta chain. I could not participate today. I was at work, so I will hear the recording. You can also do it. It's available on Twitter. And as usual, we will have the news show next week, Wednesday. So if you are not live, thanks for joining. Have a great day. Everyone here live, stay until a short break, and I will do the regular questions and answers. So thanks everyone. See you soon. No.